Hi everyone and welcome to Hearts in the Home. My name is Lisa and this is where I talk about all things home related. Today I want to share with you part one of renovating my dining room. I'm really sorry I wasn't able to vlog it continually from beginning to end, but I definitely gave it a good try. So I'll just put together what I have got and hopefully it's still interesting for you and you'll be able to see the changes that I've made to my dining room in particular. So this will be part one of the renovation. I haven't done part two yet. It's on hold for now until I find a few more pieces of furniture and then I can continue on to phase two. So I hope you enjoy, and without any further ado, let's roll the first clip. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage before we started the project, but this is a clip of us late one working evening after we picked up a big heavy table from someone on Gumtree, and thankfully it fit the space really well. Good morning everybody. Today it's the 30th of March and I'm hoping to pick up some paint samples today. I've arrived at Bunnings and I'm going to look at some paint swatches and get some samples made up for us, and then hopefully today I'll find some time to put them on the wall and see how they look. So I do have to wear my face mask still, but let's go in. Maybe Water Raceway or High Blue. These ones are too green and these are definitely getting too purple, so like right in the middle. And this, my friends, is how we do motherhood in Bunnings. I'm in the sample gazebo. So I'm back home and ready to get into some painting. I've cleared the furniture away from this area and put things all to the side. But unfortunately, I've just realized I can't put the sample paints on the wall today because first things first, I need to cover up this yucky green color and give it a nice coat of white paint so that when I go to put my blue on, it doesn't affect the color. So here we have our paint samples. Now it's really hard to tell the colors in Bunnings because the lighting was pretty bad actually. Wow, that is very blue. This is a lot brighter than what I pictured from the paint sample. It's just really clear blue. And I like the color, but it's too bright. It reminds me of the blue from like a child's paint tray or something. So I don't even think I need to put that one on the wall, to be honest. I'm going to say it's too much. So this one is High Blue, which is a half tint of the, what was it called again? The Water Raceway. So this one's a half tint of that. It is quite nice. It's definitely a lot lighter, but I still get the feeling it's just a bit too brilliant. Yeah, almost childish, which is not the look I'm going for. So I want a nice sky blue, but I don't want it to look, I don't know, gaudy. Let's see how this one is. This one is Hello Sailor. Yeah, that's quite nice. It's a bit more muted, so I like that about it. I could potentially do this one in maybe a half tint. But I'll put this one on the wall. I think this one's worth actually putting on the wall. And I'll probably put the High Blue on the wall as well, just to be sure. And then last of all, we have Hot Pop Blue, which I have a feeling is going to be really bad. Because if this one was too bright, this one's going to be even more so, I reckon. Woo! Yep, just what I thought. Definitely. Oh, and that one smells pretty bad actually. So these are out. So I'll try these two on the wall. But actually, I brought some of the paint swatches home to look at in daylight. And one that I thought was going to be too purple, but is actually, I'm liking it more now that I'm in daylight, is Northern Blue. So I'm going to try maybe getting Northern Blue in a half tint and maybe a 3/4 tint. And I'll probably try those two on the wall as well. found just a couple of spots that needed some filler, which I've just done, and also around the edges of this vent here. The vent cover was in pretty bad shape, so I'm going to try and find a new one and so freshen up the place. But once that filler is dried and I've given it a quick sand with a fine sandpaper, then we will be ready to paint the white. Again, it is the 31st of March and we have managed to do the first coat of paint, the white coat. This morning I picked up some more samples, as I mentioned in the last clip, I believe. So I went ahead and got Northern Blue in a half tint and also a 3/4 tint. So I've brought those home and I've had a look at them, and to be honest, I can't tell the difference. Let me show you. So here they are. This one is the 3/4 strength and this is the half strength. Yeah, and I can't tell the difference. Can you? This looks lighter to me, so I'm not really sure what to make of it all. I'm going to put them on the wall and just see if, when they dry, if they look any different. Otherwise, I'll have to check if that was an error, or yeah, I'm not sure where to go from here. So I've just put some samples on the wall and wow, they are very bold. I don't know if the camera really helps with the perspective, but they are very bold and quite a lot more of a statement than I had intended to make. So I think they are just too strong. I need to at least do a half tint. I'm thinking even a 1/4 tint of the one that I've chosen. So in the end, I decided that I was very keen on going with the Northern Blue as opposed to the High Blue, which is the half tint of the Water Raceway, I think. And then this one is definitely out, which is Hello Sailor. I figured out what happened with the samples, and instead of giving me a half tint and a 3/4 tint, they gave me a 3/4 tint and a full tint. So that was a bit of a pain, a bit of a waste of $5.75 or whatever it was. But never mind, it's not too much of a waste. It's the next day, 1st of April, And this is where we are at with the dining room. So we have one very blue wall and everything straightened up and back to normal for the moment. I'll be honest, I am slightly second guessing myself with this wall. It does seem very blue and obviously dominates the space right now. So I'm hoping that by the time everything's in place, it'll kind of settle into the environment and not be quite so bold. But I would be prepared to paint it again if it turns out it doesn't work properly. So I'll go ahead and do everything else, and particularly the curtains I'm hoping will help, and some picture frames on the wall and like a waist height buffet table, something like that. And yeah, so hopefully by the time all those things are in place, it will look right for the space, but if not, we'll have to revisit the painting. But for now, we'll move on. Talking of curtains, I got these samples of curtain fabric in the mail just yesterday, and I'm very keen to see them, but I waited very patiently just so that I could show you while I was at it. So let's get this open and see what they look like. Okay, well, the pattern is a lot larger than I expected. I reckon it's going to be between these two. But then, no, yeah, I think it's going to be between these two. This one ties in with the table really nicely. But then again, so does this one. I'll have to see what Durham reckons. We'll have to come to a decision. Which one do you like out of all of these four?
This is put on a backing, isn't it?
You could. You don't have to. I wasn't planning to make them blackout curtains since they're not someone's bedroom.
It's definitely out of those two. I think those two are two.
Now that you're holding up there, I'm still not 100% sure which one's best.
I'll go for the left.
Good morning, everybody. Today is the 6th of April. I haven't really been updating you because I've been trying to just fit in bits around my everyday life and looking after the children. So, but what I have done is I've gone op shopping a few times and I found some things, and I've also headed to Spotlight because I found a good special on some curtain fabrics, and happily I was able to find something that I liked that was on special. Because if you remember, Durham and I were talking about and tossing up between these two fabrics in the last clip, and we decided that we liked this one better for the colors, but we also decided that it was too thin, and at $80 a meter we felt that was a bit steep for what you got, because we'd still have to go and buy the backing fabric to make it a bit more, like, block out a bit more light, and so it just didn't really feel like value for money. And so I went and looked a bit further, and I found something on a really good special. So I think it was originally $35 per meter and down to $24 on a sale. And so I went to have a look at it, and thankfully the colors were really similar to the swatch that we really liked. The colors were really similar, totally different pattern though. But let me show you, because I did end up getting it. So this is what it looks like. The stripes will go vertically. This is just all folded up at the moment. Yeah, it's called Regency stripe, as you could imagine. And I hadn't really gone for Regency stripe patterns before because I think they're a bit too bold, a bit too vintage. But this one, because the color patches are much the same and the stripe is not like a really contrasting color, I thought it was a bit more subtle. And yeah, I'm really happy to put it up. So I'm going to have to make these myself because they're not ready-made curtains. So I am going to get sewing. have some brand new curtains installed, and I've just cleaned up, taken all the sewing stuff out of the area and cleaned the floors and just set out the tables. Well, I didn't actually intend to vlog today, but I was at the op shop this morning and I saw something which I think will be just right to complete the look in the dining room. I was so stoked when I saw it. It couldn't be more perfect for the spot. Let me show you. Ta-da! It is this gorgeous big painting. I can't quite read the signature, so I'm not really sure who this artist is, but this was just the kind of thing I had in mind for the space. It's got this lovely wooden frame, which is very similar in colour to our dining table, so that should tie in beautifully. And then it's just got this lovely Australian landscape, which my husband and I just both love these types of paintings. And so that is going to go up on our wall. And by the time I've put away this table and moved this new table into the center of the room, then I think we can call it done. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting and hopefully feel inspired to get on with the project around your own home. Before we go, just a quick reminder to subscribe if you haven't already. Of course you don't have to, but it really does help my channel to grow, and also you'll have the benefit of being notified anytime I post a new video, if you'd like to keep in touch. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!